Well, guys, I'm here at the shop, and as you can tell, we got we're almost done with the interior for the Peterbilt. I mean, a big double eagle sleeper. And as you can see, I've actually added all the cabinet work. I've even added some texture. If you can see that, I got some quilting texture added to it now, and I've got some quilting, you know, here and here in the back wall and everything. So what I'm gonna do, I know somebody had asked me, how do you go about getting that effect? Well, I've got a cabinet here that I'm going to actually show you guys how we actually do that process of coming up with the quilting. Well, I like to start out with whatever framework that we're going to be using, because this would actually have the doors up here and some doors actually on the face side. So on the face side, we're actually going to put the texture. So what we're going to do, we've actually got our 6-inch pleats. So you know, a 6-inch pleat and a 16 scale truck, you want to keep those pleats just like the manufacturer would. So you come up with a template that gives you your distance for your template to start with. So you take your compass, set it at should be right around 40 or 55 degrees. I do believe that's what we're working with on the 6-inch pleats. Yep, 55 degrees. So you set your compass at 55 degrees, and you take your template, distance template, and you start your first scribe line. And with me, I have, like I was showing you guys before, the scribe lines that I use to make my doors on the sleepers. Well, that's the same tool we're going to use for making our pleats. And that's, you take your first pleat, set it up, roll to the next one, roll to the next one, and so, and you just keep rolling with your pleats and keeping them evenly distanced apart. And we'll come back and we'll do the other side. It's a real quick process. Well, not necessarily quick, but it's if you don't have the textured styrene or anything that you want to, like with me, I don't have a lot of textured styrene and stuff that we use, so I have to make all my pleats and stuff. So if I'm using diamonds, if I'm using squares, I end up actually making all of my stuff. So that's why I'm a big fan of, you know, making my own stuff, and I don't have to wait for some manufacturer to come out when I can do it myself. Now, that's how you get your first set of pleats. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's your first lines for your pleat. Now you take and you go the positive side of your compass, which would be this angle instead of this angle, and you're going to go back over it for another set of pleat lines using your template. So it'll be a cross cut. Now, as you can see, you got your texture, you got your diamonds, but they're rough. So you have to soften those lines up. So what I do, I go back over them and just soften those lines up a little bit You know, it don't take much. Just a simple scribe will soften those lines up, and you got yourself a nice little quilted pattern that you can use for actually anything. Cars, if you want to make a master RTV mold of it, you can do that. And you know, like I said, it's there for you to do whatever, because it's as long as you want it at 16th scale or whatever scale you made your master in, that's how it goes, man. Like I said, for me, there is no more trade secrets and hiding out, you know, what you're doing anymore. I just don't care anymore, you know, to live that way or be limited. So I'm giving it to you for free if you guys want it. I mean, don't get me wrong, you still have to be a model builder and understand the principles of model building. It's not like, you know, you're just gonna be able to jump up and, you know, do this stuff. You gotta have some form of model design or engineering to step out and do some of the stuff that we do. So I don't want to make it sound like, you know, anybody can just jump up and do this stuff, because that's absolutely not the case. Helpful to you, because I mean that's what I'm trying to accomplish here. You know, just sharing a little of years of experience doing what I do and having fun at it. So there you have it. It goes from this to this, and now you can add your doors in here. You can add, you know, whatever you want to put on top of it, and that's how you get textured design on a flat face surface. So come back, guys. We're going to be making my all-time favorite. I love doing these. These are my toolbox, my double eagle toolboxes. With the opening storage space. These are, I absolutely love doing these. So, but these will actually go with this, and I'm gonna show you how I make these. So that's it, guys. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay, guys, we're back. And like I said, last time we were here, we were going to show you how we make the toolboxes. And this is a general size toolbox generator box from Double Eagle, and this is our template that we're going to be using, how to make this little guy here. So my suggestion to you is you cut out all your pieces and you label them like I have. These will be your, since I'm making two boxes, those are two fronts. These are your two backs, and these are your two sides, side right, top side left. Goes with that box and goes with that box. So what you do, what I like to do is, you know, you scuff all your pieces before you actually do them, because it gives everything an opportunity to bite and goes into place really, really well. So that's just me. I'm not saying you know, you have to do this. You can figure out your own way of model design. This is just what I like to do. So okay. Now, but these I like using the paste glues. Once again, this is my glue of choice because it makes a really good bond and it melts and welds everything together. So we start out with our face plate, and you know, your face plate consists of everything going on. And it was one cool thing about when people used to come to me and ask me, Quinn, I want to work for you guys. How do I, what do I need to do to work with the Elegant Models? Well, I always used to tell them, well, first off, you got to be able to make a square box. And it baffled a lot of people. What you mean? That's it? Yeah. If you can make me an absolute square box with tolerance, give me 10 or 15,000 tolerance on building a square box, and you can pretty much build anything else I need you to do. And it never failed. No one could ever get past building me a square box. And it's the simplest thing in the world to do, but it's not. So that's what we're about to do now. We're about to make some boxes. Okay. Check your square. Let that rest. And you go to the next one. Because that model kit or everything that you're working on that you get from Monogram or Italy or any model manufacturing company, that model was built by model makers who built everything to square. So everything that you put into building your model is based off of their design, which is square. So it's very important that you keep that that model actually square. So okay. Now let those boxes rest, and then once we get ready to go into the next phase, we'll be right back. We'll put the top and then the bottoms on. Then I'm gonna show you how you got to detail the inside if you plan on opening these up. But that's your choice. So we'll be right back, guys. We're back. Now what I want to explain to you all is how we actually make these boxes strong and sturdy. So we know we got them square, and we keep our compass right here, and we check our compass with a square block to make sure everything stays square. And what we're gonna do now, we've got the very top that goes into the box here after everything is put into place. And then we have an inside box which actually goes here, which will actually be the inside of the floor on the inside of the box. But what we need to do first is actually put our spacers in, which are these, in place so that it will rest at the proper height and out of the way of the rest of the unit. So we're gonna get these sanded. Okay, snap, snap, and snap. Now in this application, we're gonna use the liquid glues because it's a real sturdy application of everything. So we're gonna actually put a dab in here, a healthy dab, because we're gonna be moving these spacers in here. So you take your spacer and you put it in here, and you make sure you got it lined up at the base real well on 3 of your sides. Okay. And the reason I like using this glue in this application is because you're putting the styrene sheets on styrene. It actually melts and bonds, and then it'll evaporate from your actual plastic. So you're actually, it actually welds everything together and then it disappears. Not like with the glue paste that welds and leaves a the welding compound still there, this will actually disappear, and it'll be out of your way. So when you sand this, you will only see plastic touching plastic. If you were to sand a surface, it would be plastic touching plastic instead of a seam in between. That would be the paste actually still being there holding on to the actual glue. Plastic itself. So that's one of the key things that I love about using this. Okay, you can see you have your plugs in there. These are your stops. So, and those stops are for your inside floor pan. So this is what we're going to put in place next. And please, everybody, always test fit your stuff. Make sure that it's actually fitting into place, and if where the piece that you want to make sure you're using. Okay, that looks good. Absolutely. Okay. Now you can take your weld, go around those seams, and it has a capillary effect. So what I mean by that, it'll actually run into all the seams, and you don't have to really babysit it to make sure that it all went down the right way. And then you want to go in here, touch up where it's touching here. And now you hit your base, make sure it's all flat. Take your paste, because you're going to do some heavy welding here, so you're going to put it on here. And you're actually going to add your floor. Once again, making sure everything is square. And there you have the beginning stages of your generator box, toolbox, ready for your final sanding and prep for getting ready for your truck. So we're gonna get this other one put together, and then we'll be putting the top on. And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna cut the doors and everything for two of them, because like I said, I want the doors to open up for it. So, and you'll also see putting in of the actual step. So we'll be right back. Well, guys, we got the generator boxes and toolboxes built, and that's pretty much what they look like when they're all done and ready to go on the truck. So you can tell the generator boxes have the diamond plate on top of them, and the regular toolboxes are just smooth on the surface. And as you can tell, the doors pop off of these, which they'll be hinged later. But yeah, you can see how we created the doors on there. And they're actually storage compartments. So, yep, that's it. So, well, guys, that's a wrap. It's complete. We've actually got everything in place now. We actually got all the cabinets and everything in place, and this is what it actually looks like from the passenger side. Got the tool boxes and generator boxes that's going on it, and the actual driver's side with the shower and the gaucho bed, the cabinets, the entrance doorway. it's pretty much the way it looks. It's all gonna fit right here in that 120-inch double eagle sleeper with a complete interior, and that's the way we do it at the Elegant Models. That's the whole network of how we did our custom work. And like I said, I know you guys asked me about the Peterbilt sleeper that comes in the monogram kit. So I'm actually gonna do an interior for that and show you just how easy it is to actually do that interior for that kit, and it don't have to be that standard looking application that they put in it from Monogram. So that's it, guys. We'll see you later. I hope you liked the episode. I had fun doing it. It was really cool. See you later.